So here we are with yet another Chinese snake movie. It's actually the first Chinese snake movie I've seen in a long time, new one. And I believe this is going by the title of Anaconda Island. If the trailer that was on the HK Cinema channel a few weeks ago is anything to go by, I believe that is the title for this one. So Anaconda Island. What's it about? Well, glad you asked. A bunch of residents who live in a town, we'll get to that, all of a sudden find that there is a giant snake taking over and causing some damage. At the same time, there's an evil company that's experimenting on making large snakes, and also a lizard, a monitor lizard, and they trying to buy the land of this city so they can build a python park. So some kind of amusement park, I guess. And so with this outbreak of snakes, they figure it's the perfect time to force everyone to sell over the contracts or the deeds to their properties to this big evil conglomerate. Of course, there's a group of intrepid, heroic citizens who come and save the day, befriend the giant lizard. I think you know how this one goes out. These Chinese snake movies are just like Marvel movies. They've got a template and they all follow it exactly the same. And this does have yet the same as all the other ones. It's about greed. It's about the environment. It's all here in this movie. No different. Just, change the characters. Now, in fact, there's a couple of very interesting things about the character. Firstly, the main character is dressed like Luigi from the Mario Brothers. And that's really obvious. You see he's got a blue overalls and a green top. So nice little reference there to Luigi. We've also got a couple of heroic girls and a little girl who's quite annoying in the film. Recently we looked at Rat King. There's a little girl in that who just shuts up. She doesn't talk. So, she's the good kid. In this movie, this girl just keeps saying daddy all the time. And I swear to God, her parents must have made some deal with the producers so that she can get paid every time she says daddy. And this girl has just milked that dry. It is the most common subtitle in this film. Now, there's something very interesting about this movie. If you are a fan of a lot of these Chinese creature features, you may have seen a movie from a few years ago called Crazy Tsunami, which is about a crocodile that starts to cause a bit of chaos in a town after it floods. This appears to be the same town that movie was set in. So this movie is made in this town there's a city in China called the Movie City, where all these sets are built specifically for movies to be made in. And this looks like this movie's recycling that same set. What I find extremely odd about the set and why they've chosen it for this so-called small town is that it seems to be a red light district. There are sex shops and gambling houses everywhere, and across the road is a primary school for children. So there must be a great deal on this set. Also, this set seems to have a really good ability to rain. So the producer has taken full advantage of the set. There's a nice rain sequence in the film as well. And the film has a lot of visual effects, as you would expect for a movie about a giant snake, or giant snakes, multiple, and a giant lizard as well. The movie does have a lot of great visual effects. I have to say, they don't look too cheesy. There's a couple of instances where people get bitten straight at the start in the kind of cabaret house when the girl gets eaten. It looks a bit odd, but most of the other scenes of people getting eaten later on in the film are fine. There's also a bit of a surprise later in the film involving the main character. Now, the main character, they've cast him as stupid. And it's very interesting. Again, it's another one of those things, Chinese cinema, of casting characters no characters I should say, having characters that are not the norm. And I assume it's meant to imply that even the most simplest of people in our society can be heroic. And this is a fun movie, I have to admit. It does drag down a little bit towards the end, the last 20-30 minutes. There's all these real emotional scenes that come out that just drag on far too long. Like I said, the kid who says daddy all the time. I think a good 15 minutes actually could have been chopped out of this film. It runs in at 90 minutes, and these creature features are perfect at 75, just like the last one that we looked at, The Shallows. They're perfect at about that 70 to 75 minute mark. This is just a little bit too long. Having said that though, using my great horror or stupid trash rating, the ghost rating, I'd give this movie 3 ghosts. It's a bit of a cop-out, I think, to give it 3 ghosts, because it's just sitting there on the average pile, on the above average pile, I should say. It's not bad. It's got great visual effects. It's got great action with the snakes and the lizard. There's just too many dramatic scenes in the movie. There's a couple of bullshit scenes too, like, jumping from the train carts. It's just a little bit too unbelievable. But it's a movie, and that's what we expect from a movie. Anyway, are you looking forward to watching Anaconda Island? And have you seen Anaconda Island? And what did you think of it? Let's not get it confused with any other films out there. And I still think that Rising Boas in a Girls' School is the best Chinese snake movie ever made, and I will fight anyone on that one. And hopefully you've seen Rising Boas in a Girls' School, because that is terrific. Anyway, I am the Arty Dans. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.